So watch the end of this video and you get to know everything that's coming to the Destiny 2 30th anniversary content update. It's coming December 7th. Darth Toast here, your friendly neighborhood Sith Lord here. Today I'm going to explain everything coming to the 30th anniversary update that is coming on December 7th, as I said. Starting with the balancing changes, which are coming to the pack, and then the content coming without the pack, and the content with the pack. So also do some math and the end part. It's kind of funny. So some background on recently what's going on. Destiny 2 has had no content during the month of November. I wrote this script during Destiny 2 dry period and also recording at December 2nd. So we're like 5 days away from actually having Destiny 2 content. That's pretty cool. I've also done some Halo content. Watch that if you enjoy Halo, because Halo's pretty cool. Halo fits pretty nice, besides, for transactions, but let's just forget that and talk about Destiny. So the 30th anniversary is the update / pack that has new content in December 7th. It has new balancing changes that are coming for free content, Forsaken of course, and paid content. So before we get into that, if you enjoy Destiny 2 and Halo informational content, you should absolutely shoulder touch that subscribe button for abilities some consider unnatural, and you get to know when I upload my content. Also, I won't go over things like leaked stuff and screenshots that have been leaked. I think it's definitely been some stuff, but I won't talk about that here. Maybe some people don't want to see spoilers, or B, I just don't really want to go over that because I'm already recording and it'll take me some extra time to script it. I don't want to take more time making this video. So let's get into it now. First, I'll start with the new balancing changes that come to the subclass and weapons on I almost said Destiny 7th. Well, December 7th for the anniversary update. First, we got the subclass changes. The ARC subclass for hunters, the flex grenades have been changed. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I'm right on this, and when I'm recording this, it is TWAB day, so I think we might also get new stuff on how everything's going. Because how they worded the part before they give us the flex grenade changes, they use it as an example. And same for firebolt grenades. So maybe all stickies are getting this buff, and if so, that's pretty nice. But what are the actual changes? So cooldown from 82 seconds to 182 seconds. That's a full 100 seconds up. They increase the attached damage, so it's a one-shot kill in PvP, somewhat like Halo grenades. Plasma grenades, they stick to you, you die. That sounds pretty familiar if you ever played Halo, and I think even Destiny at one point had something like that in D1, maybe, I think. They gave 15% more damage against PvE enemies. They removed projectile tracking, which, does that mean it tracks, or does it mean that, I guess it doesn't mean it tracks, but I'm guessing that's what it means. I'm kind of dumb, I don't know what those words are. They gave 15% more damage against PvE enemies. They removed projectile tracking, added some aim assist. They increased the throw speed by 117%. Bungie, I see what you're doing there, so giving us Halo weapons. So the firebolt grenade has basically had the opposite treatment of the flex grenade. 82-second cooldown to 64-second cooldown, reduced the damage from 90 to 65, and increased damage versus PvE enemies by 15%. The PvE damage increase, though, so they added to the subclass screen when your cursor is over an ability such as a melee, it will show the cooldown time. The character screen, you'll be able to see the actual cooldown times for the abilities that they're affected by, stats, intellect, discipline, resilience, all that cool stuff. So Destiny 2 PvP has had a bit of a problem. Okay, well, a ton of problems. Shotguns, Bellwinters, stasis at one point, and one very notable problem is that it could be an ability spam simulator. Just not fun. Unless it's mayhem, then that mode is basically supposed to be it. For example, Shatter Dive. We all know what Shatter Dive is like. Dying to that. Just get grenaded, you can't do anything. You see your life flash away. Sadly, you die to Jimmy Ultra Destiny 2 Sweat 9,000th time. So supers are now in tiers, with tier 5 being the fastest recharging, tier 1 being the slowest. Tier 5 supers are well and nothing else. Okay, I might become a Warlock main. For tier 4, it's Blade Barrage, and the super we do not talk about, Silence. And tier 3 has Shadow Shot, Burning Maw, Arc Staff, Nova Bomb, Thunder Crash. Tier 2 has Golden Gun, Chaos Reach, Nova Warp, Storm Trance, Daybreak, and Sentinel Shield. Now tier 1 is Spectral Blades, Fist of Havoc, Hammer, Soul Glacial Quake, and Winter's Wrath. Okay, so why is Silence going on tier 1? At least one of the lower tiers. because it definitely has some power, but I go into a little bit more depth on talking at the end of this part of the video. Okay, so these perks have also had ability regeneration reduced by roughly 50%. The perks that refund your super have been rescaled to decay more aggressive in PvP. We got some exotic armor changes, all of them right up here because I'm still lazy and not doing this. And here's some more stuff. It's just a screenshot. So now we're getting to the actual subclass changes. Well, we kind of been on, but these have been dedicated to the classes / scope classes. The dodge now no longer breaks projectile tracking. Cooldowns for dodge has been increased. If you have 100 mobility, marksman dodge is 14 seconds and gambler dodge is 18 seconds. For base mobility, the marksman dodge is 29 seconds and gambler's around 29 to 38 seconds. For some reason, I don't know why it's an unspecified time. Well, I guess not really unspecified, but that's just weird. How does that make any sense? Revenant has had Shatter Dive nerfed. There's more, but now it just isn't as lethal to people. And I think that's what really matters. It's not really as lethal. Grim Harvest has gotten 3 fragment slots. Arc Strider's combination bow from 96 seconds to 15-second cooldown. That is a cooldown reduction from... I'm stupid, so I can't do math at the moment. It'd be like 80... That's like an 81-second reduction. I guess it's time to play Meme Strider again. Vanish and the Smug Hunter for Void Hunter has a cooldown reduced from 96 seconds to 75 seconds. Titus has Shoulder Charges has been reduced sprint activation time to 1.50 to 1.25 seconds. Increased the range from 5.5 to 6.8 meters. Increase the targeting cone width by 10%. Increase damage versus PvE combats by 25%, and no longer is one hits. Wow, cry Titans, time to cry. Okay, now here actually is a piece of candy for Titans, because this is pretty cool, because this is one of the coolest, I gotta say, stasis fragments. Diamond Lance has increased slots from 1 to 3 for fragments. No, aspects? No, aspects is... Dang, I forgot how the stasis system works. Dang it. Well, it has 3 slots now. To spawn, you kill someone with a stasis weapon. Stasis weapon? Bro, my English sucks. You shoot the enemy and kill it. And if you're in PvP, you kill 3 enemies with a stasis weapon in a single life. Shattering enemy makes it. Shiver Strike. Shiver Strike has increased damage by 50% in Glacial Quake, and Whisper changes increased resistance against PvE enemies from 25 to 40%. For Striker knockout range and melee bonus deactivates after a melee kill. Frontal Assault increased base cooldown from 82 seconds to 106 seconds. Fist of Havoc for the bottom tree only has Heavy Slam radius reduced. Warlock's Turn, the melee range for an uncharged melee has reduced range, which now matches Hunter and Titan melee ranges. Handheld Supernova is reduced damage against players, now only deals 150 damage maximum. Increased damage versus champions and bosses by 30%. From 12 meters to 14 meter projectile tracking range. That's a buff. I said that kind of weirdly, so I'm like. And also it pushes the targets away. Nova Warp, we got increased damage versus champions and bosses. They increased proximity detonation blast for Penumbra Blast by 100%. And with Bleak Watcher, any grenade recharges at the Glacier grenade rate. This is all the sandbox changes, so some quick thoughts on them. They're going to sting quite a bit, especially for the Titans, but I believe these changes make it less of an ability spam simulator. But there's one problem. The cooldown healers, which, first of all, well is at top, but not Ward of Dawn. Yeah, I know. I know it is a Sentinel shield, but just buff that version of the shield to cool down faster, move it the middle tree, because it fits more, since that tree seems more like a supportive class, but I don't play Titan, so I might be wrong. No Void 3.0 is on the way soon in Witch Queen, so there won't be much reason for that. Second, Shadow Shot is tier 3, while Silence Squall is tier 4, along with Blade Barrage. I kind of see Bungie's logic here with both of those, Silence and Squall. But, well, if Bungie has logic, I'm not dumb. Silence and Squall is on a timer, and you have to really in order to really die to it, you gotta be in that tornado. And if you're just you can just, I think it's fat. I think you're actually faster than it, so you can run away. And it's not like it, and you gotta be like stupid to not notice this nearby. It literally gives you like pretty much like a warning, I guess, right next to it. I don't know. Also, you can see it. I can kind of see. that's my guess on why Bungie did that, to put it tier 4. But Shadow Shot in the same tier is kind of dumb because it is pretty like similar to the idea. You know, it's on a timer. It doesn't really do much. You got to be near it, and you can just ignore it. Golden Gun can go up a tier since it's only 3 to 6 shots in the mag and kind of relies on hitting the target with a bullet. So yeah, that should go up a tier. Nova Warp 2 because it needs some spotlight. Definitely need. Nova Warp is the super that needs some spotlight. Now, for tier 1, I promise it's majority Titan supers, but they're roaming supers, which are the reason people get the I died to the super and respawn, died to it again from the same person. This is so unfun. People watching, feel free to comment, what do you think this tier list of super cooldown should be? Because I definitely think some supers should not be in some tiers. Now, to the weapon changes coming with the update. For shotguns, slug shotguns had their PvE damage bonus reduced from 30% to 20%, and pellet shotguns 10 PvE bonus damage. Or damage bonus, there you go. Linear fusion rifles have increased PvE damage by 10%. Caster swords had their heavy attack cause 5 ammo to caster swords. Caster swords, heavy attack now costs 5 heavy ammo from 8. Bows have increased damage versus rank and file enemies by 10%. Increased sidearm and fusion rifle projectile speed from 999 to 9999. Replace hit scan. Now exotics for Vex Smith class, they reduced the aim assist by 25%. Oh wait, Rex Smith class, they reduced the aim assist by 25, reduced linear fusion rifle, bowed aim assist cone scaler from 1.1 to 1.05, and overcharge requires 3 eliminations instead of 2. Fighting Lion has a multi-hit requirement to get the buff, so you can now just have to do damage. Increases from the buff from plus 50 to now plus 70, and increase the buff duration to 7 seconds. Arglist also now has anti-barrier, which is pretty cool. Sleeper Simulant has an increased mag from 3 to 4. And they increased the PvE damage by 6%. Cryosthesia 77K has had a variable trigger remove. Charge shot has been moved to doing a special reload after kill, and one shot goes back to the regular sidearm. And the charge shot causes an AoE freeze when it hits. Leviathan's break now has Archer's tempo from the catalyst. Whisper Warm got reduced. Delay for activating box breathing from the catalyst from 2.1 to 1.2 seconds. Now when the refill is triggered, 2 shots are from the mag and 1 is from thin air. And it increased PvE damage by 10%. Guardians reduced flinch, recoil, accuracy, degradation by 50%, while personal assistance is active. Personal assistance has 1 second delay before deactivating, and increased PvE damage by 20%. Mouthpieces increased explosion damage by 50%. You got Demon's Tail, and here you go, there's some boss. I don't know what they mean, but just Demon's Tail stuff. I don't really understand it. For Air Apparent, catalyst reduce resistance from 75% to 25%. The Rush Driver's ability to regenerate your ability energy from telemetries is gone. Traveler's Chosen now grants 10% ability energy per stack on activation. New stack range on Guardian defeat from 3 to 2. Now we're almost here to the content of the update. Now we gotta get some perks and mod changes. Adrenaline Junkie now adds single damage stacks and extended. Adrenaline Junkie now adds single damage stacks or extends existing ones. To 10 damage to get to the max. Full Smarter has a threshold for activation from 90% health to 30% shields, so you have to be 30% shields left to activate the perk. Now mod. The weapon changes won't be as talked about with thanks. Buffing dual speed receiver, giving Arbalist anti-barrier, and for some of the rest of the changes, it doesn't matter too much for me for weapon changes. Okay, that was the sandbox changes. Now let's talk about the content coming to the game. Now before we get into what's in the 30th anniversary content, if so far this video has helped you out what's going on in Destiny 2 with the sandbox and all the other stuff, leave a like, and if you're new or a viewer that has watched for some time, I suggest subscribing for content like this. Also comment if you're going to play Arc Strider when the new updates release, because I'm definitely amped since Lux Grenade buff, combination blow buff, and yeah, I'm gonna play Arc Strider again, definitely. All that I said is free and supports my content. Now we can get into what is next. First, the free content. If you have not purchased the pack or don't plan on purchasing it at all, there is the free content. You get a 6-man activity, weapons, iconic you collect, and mystery swing level, blah 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 blah. Now there isn't that much. You basically got like the cool. Now there isn't much. You basically got the activity. I think that's it. There isn't much free content, but there is actually Forsaken coming free, and you get a pack. If you could also buy a pack that gives you some stuff, includes Shadow Throne, Last Wish, and some exotic ciphers that can buy Forsaken exotics in the kiosk. We don't know anything how the activity works and what it is. Could be Menagerie 2.0, which I would love. It is called Dares of Eternity. This frame of the YouTube video is 9 symbols, which means it has to do something with the 9. That is it for the free content. Now the paid pack. The paid pack is $25 US on whatever platform you play Destiny 2 on. For paid content, get a dungeon that is treasure theme, Cosmodrome, and within the almighty OG Loot Cave. And we got Galahorn, the rocket launcher from Destiny 1 with its catalyst and an ornament that's probably going to be unlocked through quests and stuff. And, you know, Destiny. And we got new armor ornaments inspired by past Bungie games like Marathon. We also got 2 ornament sets. We got Thorn armor, which looks really cool. Unique helmet ornament, exotic ship, exotic sparrows. It's just mostly cosmetic items. And there's the dungeon, which is most people are probably getting the pack for it. There's also a Nerf gun Gallahorn. That's not included in the pack, but that's a thing you can buy. It's kind of funny. So I did some math on how much you're getting in the pack. It feels equivalent from cosmetic stuff from Eververse. So ornaments are 1,500 silver, which is $15 for 2 ornaments, and 1 armor set, which will count as an ornament since armor synthesis exists. That is $45 US. Remember, I'm doing this in US dollars because I'm in the US. A Ghost and a Sparrow from Eververse is 800 silver each. That's $16. That makes $61. Then we get the ornament for the helmet, which is weird because you can't buy separate pieces of ornaments. Well, if you have pieces of ornaments that are in Eververse, go down, which are in price, which are multiples of 300. For example, this ornament is 900 because I have 2 pieces already obtained. So how do I get 300 silver to USD? Well, $5, 500 silver divided by 5 make 100 for $1. So 300 silver is $3, which makes it $64. What was the point of all that math? I don't know. I was kind of bored when I originally done this, but it shows Eververse costs more money to buy 3 ornaments from silver than the entire pack of the same, some extra cosmetics in the dungeon for $25. Content-wise, it kind of lacks, but I'll be halfway surprised if Bungie has a secret up their sleeve. So cosmetics don't equal content unless you're a fashionista and want the apex of drip. So should you buy it? I'm gonna say yes for the people who 100% are going to spend their sweet time playing it. The people that won't spend as much time grinding, I'm a bit unsure because we don't got a date when this ends or when it will leave. So honestly, for these people, it depends on the person. So do whatever for the money and feel free to buy it or not. Even if you're the person who definitely would grind this and be like, I don't want to play this, it's not my thing, then you'd probably grind it. You don't have to buy for it too. So that is it for the content section of the video and my math Eververse rant, I guess. Majority of this part is my math thingy rant. I don't want to call it a rant. It's not really a rant. It's me doing math and saying Eververse bad. Wow, I'm so big brain. I am enlightened. Eververse bad. Content-wise, this stuff lacks, but when it comes to it will last a Witch Queen. It won't last a Witch Queen, but we do have Dawning. Count that as content. It's a yearly event. That's not really content. Yearly events are not that great when it comes to content. We got the end of the season when we ritual and do stuff, and I don't know, Savathun betrays us. She gets the light. We wait till Witch Queen because I wonder if it's gonna be an instant. Oh yeah, ritual Witch Queen. I hope it's not like that where we don't sit around after, Savathun's loose. Still would be funny if it did. And I wouldn't be surprised, well, I'll be half surprised if Bungie did have a secret mission of sort. And it hasn't been some time since there's been one. Well, I guess Presage counts, Presage, I think that's how it's pronounced, Presage. I don't know if that really counts, but I'm just gonna count it. And I guess it's still been some time because that was chosen. March? That was spring. Been at least probably 7-8 months. So I'm gonna definitely play this event and grind it out because I'm a big Destiny 2 player and I enjoy the game. If you thought this video was helpful, leave a like and comment if you're getting the anniversary pack and other stuff that I said, like if you're gonna play Arc Strider. For more and weapon tier list. Not weapon tier list. If you thought this video was helpful, leave a like and comment if you're getting the anniversary pack or the super cooldown list, or if you're playing Arc Strider, or just both or all of them, And subscribe for more content like this. Also share this video to your friends so they can know what is coming up in the 30th anniversary update coming December 7th. This was Toaster, going to play Arc Strider while one of you wanting a spider. See ya, and I'm also going to play some Minecraft 1.18. Not on this channel, but just I'm gonna go chill out and play Minecraft.